The Trend Rider is your all-in-one trading indicator. It has been developed by us over the past years, and it helps you with getting into better trades. It helps you with exiting trades. It helps you with trading confidence. It shows you exactly how long to stay in a trade, when to exit it. And this is all in one indicator. And in this video, I will show you exactly how to use it, how to find the best trades. And the best part, this indicator is free. Just check the link in the description below and you will see all the steps that would help you to get the Trend Rider on your MetaTrader or on TradingView. And the Trend Rider is a trend and momentum based indicator that will help you find trends and trades that have a high probability of succeeding. It is best used around technical patterns, and I will show you exactly what it does. So there are two parts to the Trend Rider indicator. The first one is the background color. You can see it is either green, red, or dark, depending on the momentum. So green background means the price is in an uptrend. Red means that there is a lot of bearish momentum, and black or gray means that there is no momentum. And then here at the bottom we have the momentum study from the indicator and from the Trend Rider, and this is an additional filter. And what usually happens is that first the background color will turn red, and then shortly after, when there is a real signal, the momentum study here in the bottom will also turn red. And you can see there are different types of shades of red. So light red when the trend is just starting, then dark red when the trend is maturing, and then at the end it becomes lighter and lighter when the trend is ready to reverse, or when it's just ending. And we can start here on the left hand side, and the best way to use the Trend Rider is always to use it around patterns. And patterns can be anything from rectangular breakout patterns. It can be head and shoulders. You can use it with triangles, with wedges. You can even use it if you put a moving average on your chart and then only go into the trade direction when the moving average is agreeing with the Trend Rider. This is also a powerful way of using it. The way I use it is that I like to use it around technical patterns because I'm a technical trader. So I look for patterns in the market, and the first one that we can see here, the price was in a slow upwards trending market. Then here we have a double top. Then the market reverses slightly. We break the trend line first, but although you can see the background was already red, the momentum study here was still not agreeing. So there was no trade until. And this happened when the price also broke this structure. You can see here, this is the candle then when the momentum study turned red, and also when the Trend Rider was agreeing. So here on this breakout, this is where then the signal was given. And with the Trend Rider, you could have stayed in this trade for a long time. So as the name suggests, Trend Rider, the Trend Rider helps you ride trends for a long time. It gives you confidence to stay in trades, and this is something that many traders also lack, that they just close their winning trades often too early. And the Trend Rider has been designed around those things as well, so it helps you stay in trades with confidence. And then you can see afterwards the market then, or the trend here from the downside slowly died. You can see we putting in here this slower downwards sloping trend line. Again, we have a double bottom. And then what I would do here, once the trend is over, I will wait for the next signal. And the next signal is given when you can draw a trend line, when you can come up with a pattern. And then again, we wait for both the background and the momentum study to agree when the pattern is triggered. And in this case, triggering means breaking out over the trend line. And then you can see this is the candle, and here when the momentum study and everything fell into place, when everything agreed, and you could have gotten into this trend here until the background color changed again, or you use other ways of using targets. That's really a little bit of a personal preference. So you can see here we could have wrote a very big trend, here a small trend. And with everything in trading, nothing works 100%, but the Trend Rider, it has been programmed and developed for stability, for consistency. you don't get lagging signals. All the signals happen when they should happen. It gives you confirmation and helps you trade with confidence. So let's get into another example here. This has been a recent example that also many of our students traded. So the market was in an uptrend, and by the way, the uptrend was started when the market, after this triple bottom here. So in a sideways market, very, very important, when you see that the market is moving sideways, you're not going to trade this, because if you want to be a trend trader, you need to stay away from sideways markets. So always, then that's what I do, I always wait for the breakout, which happened here when the market broke out. And this is also the exact same candle where the trend rider then agreed. The price went a little bit against you, but the background color never changed even one time. And then the market kept rallying and rallying until we hit a top here. And again, you could have gotten into a nice trade, and this is then how you could have managed it. Sometimes you will not get a signal right away, and this is on purpose, because the trend rider filters out the premature signals. So you can see, although the market broke out here out of this range, the signal wasn't given until here. And the signal is still active, although the momentum study has turned off or has become black. The market is still here with a red background, so you can still be in the trade as long as the momentum study doesn't turn. Let's take another look at another example, and those are really my favorite when you have a decent pattern. In this example, we have a wedge pattern after the market was in a downtrend. You see that now the market entered a range, and then we need to wait for a breakout. The breakout happened right here at the origin of this wedge breakout, together with the background changing to green and together with the momentum study changing to green. So in this example, this was this candle right here, and you could have gotten in quite early into this trend until the trend faded and then turned around. Another example, so you can see I really like wedge patterns. They are very, very good. And by the way, you can use the trend rider across all Forex pairs and across all time frames. It really comes down to your personal choice and preference. But the trend rider has been developed in a way that you can use it across all time frames. So here, another wedge pattern. The market was in an uptrend, and then here the trend died down. And when you can see that the market is not making higher highs and higher lows, and when the market is just moving sideways, you then wait until you can draw a pattern, which you can draw here when you connect the highs, and you can even connect the two lows. So you have a flat triangle or a wedge pattern, and then here on the breakout, which happened here. So you can see the trend rider is very, very early in the trend, in the breakout detection, right at the candle that, oops, not this one, that actually broke out. So here, this is the breakout candle. That's when the trend rider confirmed it green. We did have here a little bit of a retracement, which looks like a retest here, and the background color never changed. So you could have stayed in the trade, and then once the trend picks up, you have full confidence again with your trend rider, and you can stay with it for a long, long period of time and catch a good trade. Here you can see it even works on gold. We can go to any time frame, really, the daily, or you can even go as low as the 5-minute time frame. And again, when you see a sideways market, then wait for the pattern that you can draw. So here again, we have a triangle and a wedge. They work very, very nicely. And then here you wait until the breakout happens. You see, okay, the breakout in this case happened with the momentum study turning light green. And then here the price went on trading higher for hundreds and hundreds of points. Here you could have easily gotten into a new re-entry. So the market again traded sideways for a little bit, and then on the next breakout here with the gap breakout, the trend rider turned green again, gave you the light, and now you could have traded it for another 100 points or so if this would have worked out. So, and this is basically how you can use the trend rider across all the different time frames, across all the different markets. So this is something that this is a trade that I am still in. You can see the market was in a downward phase. This you could have traded as well with a regular breakout, and then here following the momentum study, so you can see how nicely this would have worked. And then the trend was over, the market entered a consolidation, the breakout happened here, the trend rider turned green here, and this is then the signal that the trend is changing and that a new trend is now emerging to the upside. And this is still an active trade, so we'll see how this goes. But this is pretty much how you can use the trend rider on Forex. You can use it of any CFD, you can use it across commodities, and it doesn't matter whether you use it on the 5-minute, the 30-minute, or even go up as far as the daily time frame. It will always work the same. It automatically adjusts to the time frames, to the price action. So it's a very, very different indicator from what you usually find. This is an all-in-one system. And again, check the link in the description below if you want to get it for free and if you want to know all the details.